Hello, welcome to this update. Let's see what's happening for the severe weather in the U.S. and Canada. So there's a marginal risk today in parts of actually southwestern Montana, Idaho, Oregon, and southeastern Washington and parts of Nevada and northwestern Utah. So be aware there. Some storms in the south and tornado threat less than 2%, wind 5%, and hail less than 5%. So be aware. Some storms, some gusty winds there. Let's see. Isolated to scare thunderstorms across the northern Great Basin, parts of the interior Pacific Northwest may be capable of occasional strong wind gusts this afternoon and evening. So let's see here. So let's see what is. So let's see the rest of the forecast, because there's this upper low there near Oregon and Washington that will cause those storms there. It shows this afternoon some storms into Oregon, southwestern Washington, Nevada, and Montana there. Even into Canada, from Washington into British Columbia, so be aware there. And let's see, but nothing crazy. The crazy stuff is in Texas. It shows all that heavy rain there, a lot of tropical moisture, nothing like severe, just like tropical moisture, some heavier downpours, so be careful there. Some storms in Florida too this afternoon. And let's see here. So there's this map for today. Some flooding, thunderstorms, fire. And let's see, day 2, some mixed precipitation. Day 3, some more mixed precipitation in the mountains and flash flooding. So excessive rain, no, just rainfall, shows more in Texas today, a lot there. More in the east in Florida, and some in the northwest there. Day 2 shows more in the northwest, more on the east in Texas and in the south actually, and in Florida too. Day 3 for Wednesday shows more across Mississippi, Louisiana, and areas there as the moisture climbs north. Day 4 more across Canada, especially the south in Florida and Georgia, parts of Alabama. Day 5 Saturday more across the east, in the northeast into Canada and on the southeast, some isolated on the west. Day 6 for next Sunday shows more across Florida still, and across the northeast there. Day 7 more in the northeast and on the southeast, so be aware. Day 1 through 7 shows a lot there in Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, and Louisiana, many areas there, so be careful with the rainfall. Day 1, a slight risk of flash flooding, parts of Texas coast and interior Texas, so be careful there. Marginal 2 into New Mexico, and marginal North Carolina 2 in South Carolina. Day 2, another slight in Central Texas, be careful there. A marginal as well, a marginal in Idaho, Montana, and another slight day 3 for Mississippi, Louisiana, and even Alabama, so be careful there, and a marginal from Texas to Illinois and Florida. Day 4, another slight in Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, and Alabama, so be careful there, another marginal. Day 5, a bigger marginal from Louisiana to Delaware, so be aware there. Let's see, snowfall, nothing great. Let's see, so be careful there. We have some discussions there for the rainfall in Texas, and still some major heat risk in the south there, and some moderate heat risk in the north and northwest. Tuesday, some more major heat risk in the Dakotas. Wednesday, more major heat risk in the southwest in California, and moderate on the southeast, even some major in Florida. Thursday, more major and extreme heat risk in Arizona, California, and southern Nevada, so some moderate on the northwest and major in Florida. Friday, some more major in Florida, even extreme in parts of the Keys, and some major there. Some minor heat risk across other areas, and some extreme heat risk in the southwest. Saturday shows still some major extreme there, some moderate on the northwest. Sunday, some moderate on the southwest, northwest, and southeast. so be aware there. Let's see the temperatures. It shows 109 in the southwest, 90s in California, 90s on the northwest, no, that's just north, and on the southeast some 90s. Let's see day 2. It shows still some hundreds on the southwest in California, some 90s on the northwest, and some 90s on the southeast and the plains there. Let's see day 3 max, some 90s into Oregon, some 100s in the California Valley, some 90s on the southeast, some 90s and 80s in the plains. And let's see, this is for Wednesday. In the southwest, all the way to 114 there, and higher in the valleys, so be careful there. 111, 93, so be careful. Day 4 max shows all the way to 116 there. Those values could be upwards of 120, even more, so be careful. 107, more hundreds in the valleys of California, so be careful. Some 80s and 90s in Nevada, so be aware there. Let's see. And day 4, the rest of the country shows more 90s, 100s in Oregon, some 90s in Florida, some 80s in the Midwest. Day 5, Friday still shows 112 there, and all the way to 114, 16 there. More 90s on the northwest, some 100s, some 90s on the southeast. Day 6 for next Saturday shows more 100s there, more 90s, 100s in the valleys, and more 90s on the southeast and on Texas. And let's see, day 7 shows more 90s on the northwest, some 100s on the southwest, some 90s and 80s in Florida. So yeah, be aware. And day 6 for Saturday, the minimum temperatures on day 6 might go down all the way to sub 30s in the UP of Michigan, like early morning and night. So be aware, some chillier temperatures there. And let's see now the fire threat. It's critical in northeastern California, Oregon, Nevada. Be careful there. And not critical in South Dakota and western Nebraska, and elevated from Colorado to South Dakota. Be careful there. There's also some dry thunderstorms possible parts of Nevada, Utah, and Idaho, Washington, and Oregon. Some isolated dry thunderstorms possible. There's that red area, scattered dry thunderstorms possible. So they anticipate a lot of dry thunderstorms there today, and this is the main cause of like fires, because like very dry, those dry thunderstorms have little to no precipitation, just lightning and gusty winds. So be careful with those storms, the gusty winds, lightning, and they tend to cause fires, so stay away from active fires. Be careful not to cause any fires there. And there might be some gusty winds there too, like in Nevada into Oregon there, shows like some 45 to 50 mile per hour gusts occasionally. In the mountains of eastern California, show some yellows in the mountain peaks, all the way to like 60 miles per hour. And those gusty winds plus the dry thunderstorms and low humidity will fuel a great fire concern there. Some gusty winds too around like Montana, Idaho, and some mountains in Oregon and Washington. And the humidity is like very low this afternoon, 10% humidity, 9% humidity, 6%. So yes, so there'll be a lot of fuel there for those fires. So please be careful. And let's see now in Canada, in the prairies, they anticipate some minor storms there, with some 80 to 90 km/h gusts and some small hail. And in British Columbia and Yukon, some minor storms there too. Central British Columbia, some rain and some hail, and southern British Columbia as well. But this is one forecast. This other forecast has some severe storms possible parts of British Columbia into Alberta. So some heavy rainfall, occasionally some gusty winds, large hail, in those severe possible areas, and some dry lightning, like the dry thunderstorms I was just talking about in the U.S. So there might be some dry thunderstorms there too, and they might cause fires as well. So be careful there. Some general East Coast storms through the southern northwestern territories, parts of British Columbia, Alberta, and to northwestern Saskatchewan. So be aware there. And let's see, in Ontario, they show some minor storms in southeastern Ontario, and Quebec, some minor storms, some gusty winds in eastern Quebec, central Quebec, in Atlantic Canada, some like storms in the ocean, so it's quiet today there. And let's see, the current alerts, this changes all the time, but it does show like some air quality advisories in Alberta, Saskatchewan, especially like Saskatchewan and Northwestern Territories there. Be aware of the wildfire smoke into Manitoba too, northwestern Manitoba especially, and they even have the heat warnings in British Columbia, some 29 degrees Celsius possible, some areas there, and they have these very small warnings like the heat warnings as well, near Calgary and Edmonton, some heat warnings, so be aware there. Let's see, in Western Ontario, some special quality statements for the smoke, so be careful there. And even to the U.S. there, and shows in Quebec some frost advisories. Frost may damage some crops in frost-prone areas. Ground temperatures are expected to drop near 0 degrees overnight into early Tuesday. So be aware there. That's like Ontario and to Quebec, like southeastern Ontario. So be aware there. And the rainfall, it shows some storms there, British Columbia into Alberta, Saskatchewan especially, Tuesday into Wednesday some storms there, and let's see a new system on the Pacific coast by like Thursday, some more snow on the mountains and more rain there, so be aware. And let's see, Central Canada shows those showers or storms there today, some areas they're very isolated, more storms and some things by Tuesday, northern Manitoba and some areas of Saskatchewan, and by Wednesday, Tuesday evening and Wednesday, some more storms through Manitoba and western Ontario there, moving east, and more rain through Friday there. And even take a look at this. This is Sunday. The European model shows some snow in central Ontario there. So this will be very crazy, but we'll keep monitoring this. The GFS, it also has the system there, but it doesn't have any snow, but it does have some storms and some heavy rain for next Sunday, so be aware. And into Eastern Canada, let's see, here into Eastern Canada, shows still some storms and some showers leaving Atlantic Canada today, some rain there. Into Newfoundland this afternoon and evening, shows some rain, and some small soft showers in northern Quebec and Labrador. Then we'll have this system there by next Thursday, brings some more rain and storms there, especially southern Ontario and like Quebec shows some more heavy rain there. So then it continues there into New Brunswick and Atlantic Canada by like Sunday, Monday, in the northeastern US. That system like by Saturday and Sunday, a lot of rain there for the northeast as well. So be aware into Atlantic Canada by early next week. So let's now see the HUR here. It shows, so I can show you the storms in southwestern Canada. Shows those storms going like from Washington in the U.S. into British Columbia there. Like they cross there, some storms in Alberta, showing some stronger ones there, in parts of British Columbia. So be aware there. A storm or two in Ontario, but maybe some like showers there. And into tomorrow too, some showers there. So be aware there. And the temperatures are still hot, like very hot actually, in some areas of Saskatchewan and Alberta, close to 30 to 33 degrees there. Some 30s into central Alberta as well. That's Saskatchewan, sorry, 29 degrees there. Let's see, southern British Columbia 28, 29, even 30 degrees there. So be aware, 27 degrees to 24 in Manitoba, and those are a little bit colder temperatures on the east there. So it shows like during the nighttime, so like 9 degrees, 4 degrees, and even lower on the ground there. Northern Quebec, -1. So yeah, and even into Yukon many areas -1, -3 during the night there. So yeah, especially in the mountains. So be aware. British Columbia kind of colder too at night, and then tomorrow and later during the day, it has that heat is still strong in Alberta, especially Saskatchewan, 33 to even 34 degrees, 31. So be careful the heat there. Into Manitoba and Ontario, some warmer temperatures too. Then later this heat keeps like moving east, and still southern British Columbia some warmer temperatures. So let's see. The wind shows some gusty winds near Nunavut, like Tuesday into Wednesday, because of a system there. Then it goes into Ontario and Quebec, northern Ontario, some gusty winds, and Thursday into Friday, some very strong winds into Quebec there. The European showing upwards of 100 km/h gusts there. Thursday into Friday, even into Labrador later, shows some very strong gusts as this system goes. Maybe some gusty winds later as well. So be aware. But this is the European. The GFS has some lower winds, has a forming there, but like around 79 and 80 km/h gusts. So be aware there. And this is it. Bye.